This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up
first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. Still going. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
This time, Wilson will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after here coming up. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Poona Ford on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On the counter now, it's Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown at 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory. Gun now on 3rd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Complete. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Second down. Here's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Eagles nothing.
On second down now, it's Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. That's out to the left and complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Steps away to his left. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Eagles nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue.
And the the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bud Dupree, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Let's take it inside his own 40. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
2nd and 6.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 21, Eagles nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that.
Bad. It's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got an open man, it's Burnett. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And that's going to be incomplete. With 12 seconds left.
Intended for number 86. Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense is. And look at this. It's a fake. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So they get the 1st down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Look like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. 2nd and 15.
At the 47.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
And at the 41-yard line.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run the counter. Hines, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if something there got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Second and 9 now.
Second and 9.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Let's go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And they run the option on 2nd down. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Go, 14. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 49.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rolling to his left. He'll try and run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. On 1st down, it's Hines. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete to
a big play there for Philly. 51 yards. Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Once again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. They'll turn to Sanders. They'll try to run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Wilson.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
This is Carson. Carson, the first down and more. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Carson. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 3rd down, Wilson being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts
6-yard loss.
as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Seahawks send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies. And that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football, they're able to almost stop it where they want.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
And a range, can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just to flex.